Yo, what up, YouTube? Welcome to Sinn-Take, man. My name is Sin, coming at y'all live from the Rose Garden, man. Let me do a quick spin for y'all, man. Real fast, man. I just wanted to come out here and share something with y'all. Listen, at work, right, they had these cans of pop sitting on the table. And I don't drink pop. I drink water all day. But I decided to take one. Of course, not drink it, but I just wanted to read off this label that's on the back of here. And I wanted to point out some key things that I want y'all to pay attention to with any beverage that y'all buy and y'all purchase in these stores. You know what I mean? Just start paying attention to these labels, because they got all types of shit up in these damn beverages that y'all drinking and this pop that y'all drinking. And listen, it's just destroying your insides. It's destroying your insides real fast, right? So it says this can of pop, this Sprite, is 140 calories. All right, not bad. It's 140 calories. But this is what I want y'all to pay attention to. I'm gonna skip past the other shit. I'll tell you, listen, the total carbohydrate is 38 grams, right? Okay, but this the thing, is the total sugar, right? The total sugars in here is 38 grams. That's of the total sugar. But what you need to pay attention to is at the bottom, right? At the bottom of total sugars, you got the added sugars. So you got 38 grams of sugar already that's in there. You know what I'm saying? And they put total sugar. That's the trick. That ain't the total. That ain't the total sugar that's in this drink. It says total sugars 38 grams, including 38 grams added sugars. Come on now. Which equals 76% of sugar that's in this drink. 76%. That is a lot of fucking sugar. That's a lot of fucking sugar that's in this drink. So don't even pay attention so much to the total sugars. Fuck that. Don't pay attention to the total sugars. Always look at the added sugars in everything, not just the beverages either. Look at everything that you buy. If you watching this video and you at home, or you got some type of snack that's with you, that's right next to you, just look on the back of it and find the added sugars and see how much it is. Because that's where they get you at. It ain't the total sugars that they get you with. They don't get you with that, because if it was a total, then it wouldn't be nothing else. They put total sugars as if that's the thing, but then under it, they put included added sugars. And that's the kicker right there. That's what fuck us up. That's what have us with diabetes. That's what have us gaining weight. That's what have us gaining weight. Fat. That's what put that fat on you. Is that added sugar. And added sugar and that high fructose corn syrup. Pay attention to that shit too. You want to stay away from that shit. You know what I mean? Because that shit is what's destroying our insides. That shit is what got us on these medications. You know? And at the same time, you need to pay attention to the sodium and things too. Like, for instance, the sodium on here is 65 milligrams. That's not terrible. But if you drinking tons of this, it's people that go through a lot of pop in one day. So you imagine, right? One can, total sugars, including the added sugar, 76% sugar in this one can. You drink about 4 pops a day. Listen, you will be a diabetic in no time. Over time, you will definitely be a diabetic, because that's a lot of sugar intake that you taking in. And then a lot of y'all not exercising at all. So guess what? That's gonna add to it. So listen, pay attention to these labels. They doing real slick shit. They changing up words and doing all of that shit with this food now, because you got some of these the places that be stopping some of this shit. They trying to get real slick on them. You know what I mean? They trying to get slick. They trying to get slick. So they rename and shit and calling it something else. And a lot of y'all, right? Y'all look at y'all see these products that say 0 calories, or y'all see these products that say no sugar. Guess what? If it still tastes sweet, it's sugar in it. They just named it something else. They just named it something else. Listen, at the end of the day, right? They so slick. Sugar don't have to be called sugar, right? Just like a gun don't have to be called a gun. It could be called a blicky. It could be called a biscuit. You know what I mean? It could be called the strap. It could be called the pole. Guess what? It's still a gun. Sugar is sugar. They just naming it something else that we can't pronounce. Bimlofitazine or some shit. They calling it all types of shit. I just made that up. But they calling it all types of shit. They got all these different names, all of these different sweeteners and shit that still ain't good for you, bruh. It still ain't good for you, man. So pay attention to that little slick shit that they trying to do, because they trying to pull a lot of shit up on us. They trying to pull the cover over our heads in many different ways. It's not just the shit that's going on with the laws either, man. It's a whole bunch of shit. With the food that we eating, we need to be careful with everything. Ain't nothing safe. I don't know how many times I gotta say it. Ain't nothing safe, including this can of pop. This can of pop will be the death of some people one of these days, because they just chugging it up. You know what I mean? They buying 6 packs, 12 packs, 24 packs, and drinking it like it's water, when they should, in all actuality, be drinking water. And even then, you got to be careful with that shit. You know what I mean? And it's the thing too, man. A lot of people don't understand. You can research anything. These days, we ain't got to pick up no books. We don't have to pick up no books. We can just go right on our phones, find a good source that you know is legit, and research anything. Just do more research, bruh. Do more research. You know what I mean? You can find out anything, man. Even my girl, she just pulled up something that named the worst bottled water that you could drink. You know what I'm saying? The worst bottled water that ain't good for you, you know what I'm saying? From the top 10 on down, ratings. It's a lot of bottled water that ain't even good for us. Stop drinking that faucet water too. That fluoride is not good for us. You know what I mean? And a lot of people gonna come in there, but that fluoride is what you use to clean it. And listen, it's one thing to just be brushing your teeth using fluoride, but to be drinking fluoride in tap water like some people do, like we do, you know, like we supposed to be okay with, that ain't okay. That shit killing us. That fluoride in this water is killing us in that tap, and that's in that tap. So listen, try to ease up on drinking that tap water, right? Ease up on drinking that tap water. Try to go get you a filter for your faucet. Or you could get the jug thing that got the filter with it, and you just fill it up with the tap water, and through that jug, through that filter, it's gonna clean it out too. If you don't want to attach nothing to your faucet, but get something. Get something. They finding many ways to take us out, and it's deeper than what you think. It's deeper than just water. It's deeper than all of that. It's way deeper, because they know, right? They know that the people with money ain't drinking no tap water. You know what I'm saying? They doing everything in their power to get rid of us in the lower level. You know what I mean? Pay attention to the dollar store. A lot of y'all don't even want to think about the dollar store. Y'all be in the dollar store, y'all think it's fun and games, everything $1, so let's buy up all these snacks. Listen, don't do that. That shit is a trap. The dollar store is the worst thing to ever happen to the black community. Swear to God. The dollar store is that is the worst thing that ever happened to the black community. Because guess what? We got the kids going in there. We got grown-ups going in there. Guess what? The dollar store is filled with so many snacks. It's ridiculous. The dollar store is filled with so many snacks, it's ridiculous. Nothing but sugar shit that's fucking us up, that's fucking our kids up. Kids getting loaded up with gummy bears, Twizzlers, Twix, all types of snacks, honey buns, all this shit. Now, granted, I understand, right? Because when I was a kid, guess what? I was eating a ton of that shit. You know what I mean? We would go to the gas station in the corner stores and load up. A lot of those snack cakes was only 25 cents. Guess what? We was going ham. But at the end of the day, it wasn't good. It ain't good for us in these dollar stores. Mugs going up in these dollar stores. I see kids up in there they just got the little baskets just full of snack cakes and sugar and all that shit. You know what I mean? Kids gonna have damn diabetes by the time they in third grade. So cut that shit short too. That dollar store, yeah, it's convenient. They got a whole bunch of other shit too. I go in there for toothpaste, all types of shit. Paper towels, hell, sometimes toilet paper, hell, sometimes some pork rind shit. Who knows, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, sometimes, listen, it's tough, but you gotta stay away from all of those snacks and shit that's in there. That shit is a trap. They know mugs on the lower that live in that's in blue collar and that's in the hood is going to the dollar stores and getting food and shit. You got some people in there that's going in there getting meat and shit, sandwiches and shit. That shit ain't good for you. That shit ain't real meat. That shit is not real meat. The motherfuckers in there buying chicken sandwiches and frozen hamburgers and all of that shit. Fake ass processed meat that's killing people too. So pay attention to them dollar stores, man. Them dollar stores, listen, they ain't no good for you. If you ain't going in there for utilities and shit like that, hey, try to stay away from that snack section. That snack section is deadly. Keep your kids away from that. Hey, you want them to get one thing, go ahead. Go ahead, get one thing. But that's it. You ain't about to get a whole bunch of fucking candy and a whole bunch of fucking junk food and then just go home and just gouge all this shit down your throat. No way. So watch them kids too, man. Shit. You could get a whole bunch of shit. You could get a bunch of bullshit out the dollar store. Next time y'all in there, look around. That is a trap. They got dollar stores all in the hood just so we could eat bad. This is a war. It's a food war too. It's a war with these labels and the people the people that control all of this shit too, that give them the okay to release this shit and put this shit out there. You know what I mean? And they getting slick too. The companies, like I said, they calling sugar something else. So stay on top, man. Stay on top of this shit, man. This shit ain't no joke. It's more than just gun wars and all this other shit. It's food wars out here too. Health wars going on. Believe that. And like I said in that video the other day, man, listen, hey, only the strong survive out here. The world gonna prey on the weak, and we need to be strong in all aspects. All right? My name Sinn and Sinn-Take. Holla at y'all later, man. Peace. Hustle hard, yeah, that's all day. I'ma keep putting in work, yeah, that's all day. I'm in here to do my job, yeah, that's all day. What I do ain't a facade, this is all J. Hustle hard, yeah, that's all day. I'ma keep putting in work, yeah, that's all day. I'm in here to